Welcome back to Coins World, the channel where we dive deep into the fascinating history of coins, their values, and everything numismatics. Today, we're going to explore one of the most controversial and historically significant coins in American history, the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar. This coin marked a turning point in U.S. coinage, and its story is full of interesting details, minting errors, collector insights, and hidden value that many people might not know about. So, whether you're a beginner in coin collecting or a seasoned numismatist, stay tuned because this is going to be an in-depth journey through the history, production, and legacy of the Susan B. Anthony dollar. Make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. Now, let's get started. The history of the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar begins in the early 1970s when the United States was searching for a replacement for the Eisenhower dollar, a large and bulky coin that had been in circulation since 1971. The Eisenhower dollar was a beautiful coin, featuring President Dwight D. Eisenhower on the obverse and an eagle landing on the moon on the reverse. However, due to its size and weight, it was unpopular for everyday transactions and was mostly used in casinos and vending machines. The government wanted a smaller, more convenient dollar coin that would encourage people to use it in daily commerce rather than relying on paper dollar bills. This led to the proposal for a new dollar coin that would be smaller, lighter, and easier to carry in pocket change. The U.S. Mint, under the guidance of the Treasury Department, decided to create a new small-sized dollar coin, and there was much debate over whose portrait should appear on it. Traditionally, U.S. coins featured presidents or important historical figures, but there was a push for something different this time. In a historic move, Congress approved the decision to feature Susan B. Anthony, a leading figure in the women's suffrage movement. This was groundbreaking because it was the first time a real woman, rather than an allegorical figure like Lady Liberty, would be featured on a circulating U.S. coin. The decision to honor Susan B. Anthony was made to recognize her crucial role in fighting for women's rights and the right to vote, a cause she dedicated her entire life to. The design of the Susan B. Anthony dollar was created by Frank Gasparo, who was the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint at the time. Gasparo had previously designed the Eisenhower dollar and the reverse of the Lincoln Memorial Cent. His original concept for the Susan B. Anthony dollar was to feature a more elegant, larger portrait, but after several modifications, the final design was chosen, which included a right-facing portrait of Susan B. Anthony on the obverse. She is depicted in a strong and determined pose, symbolizing her fight for equality. Around the portrait are the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," along with the mint year, 1979. The reverse design was taken from the Eisenhower dollar, featuring an adaptation of the Apollo 11 mission insignia, which shows an eagle landing on the moon holding an olive branch, symbolizing peace. This design was chosen to continue honoring America's achievements in space exploration, just as the Eisenhower dollar had done. Now, let's talk about the minting process and the significance of the mint mark on the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar. The coin was struck at 3 different mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia mint coins are marked with a P mint mark, the Denver mint coins with a D, and the San Francisco mint coins with an S. The Philadelphia Mint, for the first time in U.S. coin history, placed a P mint mark on a circulating dollar coin. Prior to this, Philadelphia coins usually did not have a mint mark, but starting with the Susan B. Anthony dollar, the practice changed. This is an important detail for collectors, because it signifies the beginning of a new era in coin minting practices. One of the most interesting aspects of the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar is the 2 major varieties that exist: the wide rim near date and the narrow rim far date. The narrow rim variety, also known as the far date variety, is the more common version and features a larger gap between the date and the rim of the coin. The wide rim, or near date variety, has the date position much closer to the rim, giving the coin a distinct appearance. The wide rim variety is much scarcer and is highly sought after by collectors. If you come across a 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar, the first thing you should check is the rim spacing, because the wide rim variety can be worth significantly more than its face value, especially in high grades. Aside from the wide rim variety, there are also several minting errors that make some 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollars even more valuable. Some of the most notable errors include off-center strikes, double dies, and clipped blankets. Off-center strikes occur when the coin is not properly aligned, during the striking process, resulting in a misaligned design. Double die errors happen when the coin's design is stamped more than once in slightly different positions, creating a doubling effect on letters or numbers. Clipped blankets occur when a blank coin is incorrectly cut from a metal sheet, leading to a missing section on the edge of the coin. Collectors and error coin enthusiasts actively seek out these varieties because they can command high prices at auctions. In terms of value, most 1979p Susan B. Anthony dollars in circulated condition are only worth face value, meaning they are worth $1. However, uncirculated coins, especially those with high mint state MS grades, can be worth much more. The wide rim variety in particular is highly collectible and can sell for $50 to several $100 depending on its condition. Proof versions of the coin, which were struck with special dies to produce a sharper and more reflective surface, are also sought after by collectors. These proof coins were produced at the San Francisco Mint and feature an S mint mark. Some proof coins also have unique errors, such as the 1979S Type 1 and Type 2 varieties, which have different mint mark styles, adding another layer of interest for collectors. Despite the efforts to introduce a small dollar coin, the Susan B. Anthony dollar was largely unpopular with the public. Many people confused it with the quarter because of its similar size, and it failed to gain widespread use in everyday transactions. As a result, the U.S. Mint stopped production of the coin in 1981, with a brief reissue in 1999, due to a shortage of dollar coins before the Sacagawea dollar was introduced in 2000. Today, the Susan B. Anthony dollar is mostly collected by numismatists and is rarely seen in circulation. That wraps up our deep dive into the 1979p Susan B. Anthony dollar. I hope you found this video informative and enjoyable. If you learned something new today, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on rare and valuable coins. Let me know in the comments if you have any Susan B. Anthony dollars in your collection, and whether you've come across the valuable wide rim variety. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Coins World.